Thank you, John.
I had a philosophical realization this afternoon, and I decided to write it down and share it with all of you. It's a funny realization how language shapes our thoughts, how the words we use can totally change the meaning of what we're doing. Love isn't a verb. I love, he, she, it loves. It's not a noun, a feeling. It's a plane of existence. I don't just do it. I don't just feel it. I'm overwhelmed by it, completely surrounded by it, submerged, consumed. I am in love. It's a way of being. It's a place. It's a dramatic re-envisionment of the universe itself. Everything is different. Nothing has changed, but everything is different. It's as though existence itself has turned around, and yet nothing is reorientated and nothing is moved. There isn't a direction to go because this love isn't elsewhere. It isn't a single place. It's right here and there. And it keeps getting bigger, clearer, more open, more whole. It's all-encompassing, and yet it keeps growing, enveloping everything. The ground on which I walk isn't made of concrete. It isn't made of molecules, of neutrons and quarks. In 10th grade chemistry, my teacher, Carl Boyd, looked at me and asked me what was between the protons and the electrons in atoms. My answer was air. Turns out it's not air. Turns out it's nothing. And that bothered me for a really long time. It's not nothing. I'm not made of mostly nothing. I know that. There's only one thing small enough to fit between the protons and the electrons in atoms. The sound of his hand on mine in high five. My breath in hers mixing and becoming one. Things that fit, that are that small, only one thing is small enough that make things like that fit. And there's only one thing big enough that it can make up this entire universe. Nebulas, oceans, our ability to wish upon a star and have it come true. Only one thing, love. It's not a verb. It's not a noun. It's not part of this language that defines our way of thought. It's the thoughts themselves. It's everything. It's the ground on which we walk, and the air we breathe, and the people we take for granted. So maybe I'm not in love at all, and love is not in me. Maybe we are one and the same. My existence is love, and love's existence is me.